Aloha there. This is Darcy Frankel coming to you from Austin, Texas. I am at the Beyond Biohacking Conference, and I just did a video about what's in my swag bag. So if you want to know, check that out. And this video is about my highlights from this 3-day biohacking conference. It was amazing. And I first want to say thank you, Dave Asprey. You went above and beyond biohacking conference. It was amazing. 3 days, all the main thought leaders, speakers, the different booths that you had. It was so rich. In this video, I'm doing a little snapshot of my personal experience. So there were 5,000 people there. So everybody had their own unique experience. This is mine. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. And I have to confess, I did splurge on the VIP ticket. Of course, it was a business write-off for my business, Serious Cleanse. If you don't know me, I'm a cleansing specialist with 32 years of experience, clinical experience in practicing Ayurvedic medicine. My specialty is with cleansing and rejuvenation. And I also own the Hanalei Day Spa on Kauai. Let's dive in. First, I'm going to tell you about these are my favorite things. So 32 years ago, I met Donny Epstein. He is the founder of Network Spinal Analysis, or Network Chiropractic. Right now it's called Network Spinal. So if you've never been to a network doctor, I highly recommend it. Go get your spine checked, get yourself cleared out. It helps to release active and passive nervous system tension, gives you profound experiences. They had a booth there. Jeannie is an amazing, if you're in the Austin area, go to the Hive Austin. And they gave us this t-shirt too. I can't wait to wear it. One of my favorite colors. Network Chiropractic. Donny Epstein was speaking at one of the luncheons. They fed us so well, lunches and dinners. Fed us on every level, body, mind, spirit, emotion. It was so high level. So got to see Donny Epstein. Maybe I'll attach a picture. My hero, my mentor. He's like a healing wizard. Oh my gosh. Okay, second thing, just because it's right here. I'm not going to say this out loud, but maybe you could read it. So they are now testing the biome, which is amazing. This is Naveen Jain's daughter. And they also gave us this kit. So if you're one of my followers in Serious Cleanse, you know, in Serious Cleanse, what do? We learn about the different categories of toxins. We cleanse them. We track our progress. This is amazing tracking. Biome, amazing tracking. There's a blood, a saliva sample here, and a stool sample that you send to them. They gave us this. And again, if you want to see what's in my swag bag, go ahead. But I was very happy to see that they are now testing this. The next experience that I had, not in any particular order now, is the trigger is the transformation. So this guy, Tyler Watson, he's very young, but he's an amazing healer. And so is his father. He has 2 different programs. Check those programs out if you want to get to the next level. If you want to get to the next level of your health and well-being, helps you break through the ceiling of where you're at. I did an experience with him. It was beautiful and vulnerable. And I feel like I let go of some things quickly and easily. He's got a 3-day program coming up. I think it's June 11th, 12th, and 13th. Don't quote me on that. Tyler Watson. It's, I think, less than $100. And then he has a next level program for just a little bit more. Amazing, generous healer. All right. I got my vision tested. I got my liver tested. I got my bone density tested. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. So this is Dr. What's his name? Functional Medicine Vision Screening. So we biohack our our bodies, but what about our eyes? See how I'm wearing glasses? This is my next level. I am pursuing this, and I'm going to do whatever he has online, because I learned my left eye I did a functional eye vision test, and I learned that my left eye is not as strong as my right eye, which I actually knew, and that affects brain function. Our eyes are a direct correlation, and there are exercises that we can do. They even have an online program. So free functional vision screening. I need my glasses. MyVisionFirst. So you can check him out. MyVisionFirst.com. Beyond. I think he probably gives you a little discount for that. Also, at the end, stick to the end of this video, and I will give you a 50% discount if it's still available for the next Biohacking Beyond Biohacking Conference. So stick to the end, and I'll give you that. Or maybe I'll put it in the comments. I got my liver tested. Do you have fatty liver? Deliverance. They had a great booth there, and they do an ultrasound test, pulsed ultrasound, and my liver's fabulous. I've never done things to harm it, and I love my liver. And they have this really fabulous supplement. As you know, I'm an Ayurveda practitioner and with a lot of experience. And this is a really great supplement. It supports liver health, and I could feel it immediately. And it was a really great test. So many amazing experiences there. By the way, Dave, if you're watching this, I feel like I would be a great asset to the next biohacking conference. If my followers are here, leave a note in the comments, maybe something that you've learned from me over the years and why you think that I would be a great asset to the biohacking conference. Shameless plug. I am working on getting myself out there to people who need me. So the next thing, when I pulled up in the parking lot, I saw these guys. No offense to my vegetarian friends out there. I need meat for this organism. If you've never tried these, amazing. The best, I bought a whole bunch of them. Wagyu brisket, so beautiful. Thank you for the beautiful animals that have given their lives to serve us, and no offense to any of my vegetarian friends. Can't talk more about this without mentioning Danger Coffee. That is the sponsor, in a sense, for this video, because I'm powered right now by my Danger Coffee, which I brought my current ball jar. Everybody at the Danger Coffee stand, when they saw me, every single time that I got coffee, they said, that was smart. Why was that smart? In the Serious Cleanse method, we learn about toxins. 4 goals. We learn about toxins, we cleanse them, we track our progress, and we prevent toxins from getting in the body in the first place. I'm not going to drink from a plastic cup and add to my toxic burden. Ergo, I bought this at Whole Foods. I bought the jar at Whole Foods to power my Danger Coffee. So if you've never tried this, my followers and my dear friends and new friends, check out Danger Coffee. It is mold free. We learned all about mold, which is one of the 7 categories of toxins that I talk about in my Serious Cleanse 30-day challenge. And Dave had mold poisoning early on, and he healed from it. And that is part of what fueled his process. He also had Hashimoto's thyroiditis. He was 300 pounds. And this is part of his journey and his healing. We all have our journey from disease to health, where we are now. So and that brings me to another. This also has minerals. It remineralizes you. That brings me to another speaker that I saw, Jay Shetty. I've seen him speak before, but in person, or maybe I haven't given him enough time. He was a monk, and he has done his work. If you've never followed Jay Shetty, go ahead and follow him. He's soulful, and he did a process. And part of that process, he said, he guided us through this process, and I cried uncontrollably. It was a deep healing for me. He said, think about your worst day and think about your best day. And this is your journey from here to here. So if you don't follow Jay Shetty, I highly recommend that you follow him and do your inner work, because our inner work is an expression of who we are now. We all need to I believe we all need to do our inner work. And that is one of the 7 categories of toxins, these traumas and mental and emotional toxins. So if you haven't checked out my video on the 7 categories of toxins, find it on my YouTube channel, Darcy Iyer, at YouTube, and check out that video. All right. So the next thing I wanted to talk about, I did a cryo chamber. Now, if you know me and have been following me, you know I love cold now. I was born in New York, but I used to not like cold. And I've been doing cold plunges consistently, sandwiched before with sauna in my detox serious cleanse method. So, but I got into a cryo chamber. It was freezing. And my nervous system felt it, and it was profound. So these guys also have one where I live on Kauai. They have a cryo chamber there, and I was invited to go check that out at the One Hotel Honolulu, who sometimes sends us guests to Honolulu Day Spa because we have the only beachside massage experience, and they don't have that. All right, so the next thing I wanted to share 2 more things with you. So this is the modern thyroid clinic. These, the thyroid gland is one of my favorite glands, and they do some really powerful and profound work in 48 states, including Hawaii. The next thing, I met this gentleman, and he was so generous. He actually gave me something, which is an adaptogen in Ayurvedic medicine, ashwagandha. If you haven't experienced ashwagandha, check it out from Happy Cappy. Check it out. Ashwa means horse in Ayurveda. Ashwagandha, gandha means smell and is like horse, like virile, like a horse. So if you need support with your testosterone or your female hormones, it helps on both of those. Ashwagandha and shatavari are a great blend. You can take this before sleep, and it first gives you a little bit of energy and then helps you fall into a deep sleep. If you're looking for a good adaptogen, ashwagandha is great, and you could check it out at Happy Cappy. Okay, so the thing that I came home with, the piece of tech that I wanted for myself, is called Brain Tech. Think better, sleep better, perform better. So it is these guided meditations or just sound and light. It has auricular. Can you see the lights in here? And then it also has a visor that goes over your eyes. So you listen, the light goes into your ears, and there are lights that come through here and flow into a pattern that help you achieve these deeper states. Brain Tap, I have no affiliation with them or any of these. I don't think I do as of yet. But I wanted to share some of my experiences. Speakers, as I mentioned, Jay Shetty was amazing. Dave Asprey spoke about mold to us. If you've never tested or don't know if you've been exposed to mold, it is one of the 7 categories of toxins. It falls under the category of toxins that are naturally occurring in nature. Now, these categories overlap, and heavy metals is also one of those categories. Dave Asprey produced a full production of a movie called Moldy. I think it's Moldy Movie or mold.com. Or .org. So check that out. Just Google Dave Asprey and mold, and you'll find his video. It's absolutely free. And gosh, I feel a little moved getting to know Dave a little bit more. He is so generous with the things that he has offered to humanity. And the Biohacking Conference is one of them. There were many different levels. I did splurge on the VIP ticket, and but there are entry levels. There's several different levels that you could participate. I don't know what they're going to call them next year. I will put if I can, a 50% discount ticket at the end of this video for you a coupon so that you could get that. And then there was a business track that you could get with very high level business coaches. There were sponsors that gave away many things. If you haven't seen my video that I just did on my swag bag, you should check that out. Look how heavy this bag is. Go check out that video. Follow, like, comment, subscribe to Serious Cleanse. And thank you so much, Dave Asprey. I really appreciate and admire you. All right. I think that is all for now. Aloha. Leave your questions, your comments. I love to hear from you. Thank you.